Welcome to Culture Mix on Art for a Reason. My name is Blessing Azubike. Today, we're at the heart of a thought-provoking exhibition titled Sketch, here at the gallery at Alliance Francaise in Lagos, Nigeria. 7 remarkable artists are challenging what we know or think we know about drawing. Using pencil, ink, charcoal, pastel, and more, they show us that a sketch could be more than just the beginning. It could also be a complete and compelling final statement. Let's go experience it together.
Hello everyone, my name is Ladunni Lambo and I am the cultural coordinator here at Alliance Francaise, and I also created this exhibition Sketch. Sketch is a group art exhibition, of course, and also it features artists that use mediums that are less, I would say, not as popular as acrylic on canvas, oil on canvas. And the reason why this happened is because I believe that light needs to be shed on artists who use mediums such as this: pencil, ink, pastels, coffee. Actually, we have an artist here who uses coffee. And all of these unconventional mediums really truly are so fantastic, and I believe that it will inspire so many other people to not just focus on things that they're used to, the norm, and just branch out and use all sorts of things to create art. I really do believe that outside of oil and outside of acrylic, materials like these, like I said, pencil art, pencil, ink, coffee, whatever it is that you're using, needs to actually be put on the stage as very relevant. And I think also for me, I am very partial when it comes to alternative mediums such as this, because I also do draw, but I use pen and ink, and I really would like more artists to explore other mediums that they want to use, even though they think, oh, maybe this doesn't really sell, whatever. It's not just about selling, it's also about putting things out there that you really love. So I work very closely with my dear friend Oladotun. He's fantastic at also helping in terms of installing the works. But mainly I just wanted to keep almost all of the artists' work together, and at the same time I wanted to make sure that each one had their own section for them to shine. You may see some of the works together on one wall from different artists, but they have their own isolated space. So that's really what I wanted to achieve. And also, to be honest, with group art exhibitions, it's so much fun. You can also mix and match, it really does depend, but it was important for me that there was cohesion in terms of them having their own individual sections.
My name is Imomoh Edgar. I am an artist and a painter, and I'm exhibiting at Sketch. The exhibition Sketch is unique in a way that it chooses to show works that are maybe off the conventional works of oil and acrylics on canvas. So the main focus is other media like pastel, charcoal, drawing, and inks. And I'm showing pastels for this exhibition. In creating these works, the process is usually the regular process I take, which is combining collage and pastels on the textured ground. So in choosing the subject is usually centered around human expressions and communications. Normally I begin my work playfully. I think what I hold to working is just to begin, and then the work takes me on a journey. We have a relationship of knowing each other. So when I'm beginning the work, I usually don't begin with an idea. So I begin the work to generate the idea. So as we go on, the work tells me I want this to be, I don't want this to be, and then all of that. It's a synergy between the artist and his materials, and then we just go along until we find what is exactly peaceful for both of us.
Hi, my name is Mr. Talut. I'm Nigeria's foremost art publicist, and currently I'm at Sketch. I'm so excited to be attending this show today. I'm here to see a body of work that is basically centered around artists that are working with the most primary material in art, which is things like pencil, charcoal, and pastel. And being able to see their works, this body of work, and seeing how they've gone out of their way, using coffee, using mixed media, mediums you will not even think of, texture, adding texture to their work is just beautiful to see, and understanding that even that material is enough to create a masterpiece. It's not until you have acrylic or oil to be able to feel like, oh, you've done a beautiful work. And I'm standing right in front of one of my favorite artists on the show, which is exactly why I'm here, Imomoh, who creates these caricature-like figurative drawings that are really exciting to see. And one of the interesting part of the work for me is always how, as much as you're familiar that this is a figure, because it's caricature, because it's something that is making you see what is familiar yet not familiar, it gets you curious, it gets you engaging, and you are more centered around the message of the work versus the familiarity of the work. And I'm just excited to see it work again.
Hello, my name is Victor Obot, and I'm a visual artist living and working in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm currently exhibiting my works at Sketch exhibition at Alliance Francaise. This body of work I'm presenting is titled In My Safe Space Eden, and it's basically about my experience and my experience with my safe space and how I navigate my safe space, and how it is a place for me to retreat to when I'm having anxieties, fears, or from expectations of the reality I'm living in. So basically, to present this work, I work with a variety of media, mixed media, coffee, flames, candle flames. I also work with pastels, oil paints, and acrylic. So this piece behind me is titled Welcome to My Eden, and it's a work that shows my choices, the choices of what I choose to use as my safe space, what I retreat to every day as my safe space, and I just bear the consequences of what they bring to me. So in creating this body of work, I used the metaphor of the Bible, which is the fall of man, the fall of Adam. So I created this diptych to depict like a book opening. You're reading a Bible and you're reading a story. So this is me inviting you into my story to come and see what my safe space look like, the choices I make, the desire of wanting these safe spaces, the choices I make to dwell in them and to interact with them daily, and then living with the consequences of whatever comes from them.
My name is Naomi Oladotun at Tinu. I'm a visual artist and I'm exhibiting in Sketch. My pieces are made of mixed media, charcoal, watercolor mediums and other mediums. I try to move freely with my work to express myself. Let me say my favorite piece right now is this Paula's discussion, and it's something that I actually enjoy because it was done live. Also, it was a live study, so it's something that I was able to see the ballers move and express themselves in the field. So catching them at that moment was something for me.
I would say that I am drawn to Naomi, Tinu. I really do. Like I said, I draw with pen and ink, and I really love how stripped back her works are with pencil and charcoal, and I love how monochrome it is as well. So I would say I'm more drawn to that, but I am also drawn to the artist Imomoh. I really love how he has kind of stretched out the human figure. He has enlarged some bits as well. I just love the proportions that he's working with, and of course I love the fact that he's working with layers as he's using his chalk on pastel and all of these other things. So I would say I love his layering, I'll say I love his technique, and I'll also say that I love as well the different proportions that he's using to represent the human form, and also community and relationship. I love it.
My name is Osaji Chinedu George. I am a multidisciplinary artist and I am one of the artists showing in Sketch. The works I'm showing are mostly rooted in charcoal and collage. And the theme of the exhibition is basically works that have that traditional feel of of drawing. Drawing is the more primary. Before you start painting, before you start working with sculpture, before installation, drawing is the foundation. Drawing is the root of it all. So I've been working with drawing for a couple of years, and I'm really interested in how personal it feels, because it is a very, very personal way to work with the paper or whatever surface you're working with. And the works I'm showing here are mostly charcoal pieces. They have this textural, they are heavily textured, and they have this grounded feel to them. And I felt that really connected well with the theme of the exhibition. So with these charcoal drawings, I was exploring intimacy and vulnerability. I was looking at this idea of how we reveal ourselves to the people we care about. Like how much of ourselves do we show, how much of ourselves do we give out to the people we care about. How much of ourselves do they see, and how much of them do we get to see. So I was playing with this idea of vagueness and visibility, mostly. And I'm excited to see people connecting with the work and relating with the work. It's really inspiring to be part of this exhibition.
Hi, my name is Yakubu Kareem. I am a visual artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. I work with different mediums, mostly called mixed media, and these are my works showing at this exhibition called Sketch. At my right hand side here, I have a series of landscape titled Odo. So Odo is a series that I did out of boredom in the evening, where I took these canvases to the market to make this particular piece. They were done there live. It was an outdoor painting. Right here on my left are two figures, abstractly made, but not completely abstract. If you pay keen attention, you definitely see a figure or some figures in the work. So over here I have two figures titled Yak Figure. So these are my pieces showing at the show Sketch. Like I said, this was done out of boredom. It was a boring evening, nothing to do, but then again I have my canvases and my materials, just took them to the market space, make some sketches, have a very interesting view of the activities happening in the market scene, and try to depict it in the most simple way that I can. And over here is a kind of experimentation, I'll call it that, done on canvas. I try to fuse in different materials. We have we even have a big stand on this one, so I just try to fuse in different materials to see what I can get. I'm trying to form something sort of a female figure.
Right, I'm Adams Abba. I'm a visual artist, a painter by discipline. I'm part of this group art exhibition titled Sketch, and I came in all the way from Kaduna. I'm based in Kaduna. My works are, it's a series of 4 works titled Emotional Orbits. So Emotional Orbits is a body of work that talks about emotions. So there are 4 works, as you can see behind me. It's a transgression. The first work on my top left here talks about anger. And I used colors and also the mood of the figure to represent anger. Then moving on to the next work is talking about sadness, which is the blue one. And then for the this below is titled Still. It talks about stillness and calmness. Then the last work by my left here is titled Radiance. Radiance, as you can see, both the colors and even the mood of my subject is lively, and it talks about happiness. I'm trying to depict, to sketch out on canvas a way in which these different emotions appear. So it's trying to be okay, what will anger, sadness, happiness look on canvas? So that's the depiction.
I'm Talut Kareem. I'm a visual artist and experimental artist. I explore with sound when I have the time, and I'm part of this prestigious exhibition, Sketch. So the works I created, I'm exhibiting at this exhibition are connected to the team in the sense that I created them during a time when it seemed like I needed a break from my worrying routine, because I have like a routine of thinking and overthinking. So sketching was just like a moment for me to like not think and just be in that silence. Yeah. One of the work, which is titled Neglecting Misery, it portrays the narrative of holding on to hope, and when like the environment is more negative, where like the vibration the muse was getting was more like a negative energy. So like it was more like a live action practice for me, where I just like shake my head and neglect negativity basically. So the work is just like an expression of an emotion the subject was trying to portray, which was like a resistance from a negative experience.
So as I mentioned earlier, I am the cultural coordinator here at Alliance Française, and we have a yearly open call every October. It lasts for an entire month, where people can apply, visual artists, performing artists, people who have maybe skills acquisition workshops. You can literally apply, and we will partner with you. Because we're a non-profit, we usually partner in the sense where we give you a platform to host your project and to impact really the cultural scene here at Alliance Française. So some of the artists actually applied through this open call. So some of them are actually here, and others, of course, I had to look for a few of them. But honestly, it's really just contacting other artists as well, contacting other curators. The art scene is just honestly such a welcoming environment in a way, in the sense that everybody wants to like put people in touch with one another and just connect. And really and truly, that's what I'll say. Just do your research, and honestly, you will find people that are doing even other spectacular things outside of this.
That's it on Culture Mix by Art for a Reason. Thank you for joining us through this journey of line, texture, and thought. Until next time, keep looking closely and listening deeply, because every mark, like every artist, has a reason.